My question is, why the thoughts are coming? I want to know the thought roots, where the thought root present. Very, very starting point.
What is a thought?
Sentence, thought is some words, imagination.
What is a thought? Think a little more. And what is this thinking? Are thought and thinking the same thing?
No, different. Thinking is, if any one thought came in my mind, only particular thought analysis is thinking.
What is mind?
Mind collection of thoughts.
That's memory.
Storage, every thoughts.
Then what is mind? The storage is memory.
Mind is everything included, intellect and thoughts.
Whatever is nothing but movement of consciousness. Everything is movement of consciousness. This wall, the fan, the floor, the tree, all the five elements, you, me, the sound, the light, thought, the mind, the body, whatever is physical. Whatever is physical is movement of that which is not physical.
Okay.
Everything is movement, isn't it? There are billions of things, but they are all movements of just one thing. Only one thing moving. And while it moves, it changes its shapes, its color, its names, its identity, qualities, properties, taste. So everything is nothing but a movement of just one thing. What is body? The biological movement of that consciousness. What is mind? the psychological movement of that consciousness. What is sound? The vibrational movement of that consciousness. Whatever exists is in movement. And movement of what?
Consciousness.
Movement of consciousness. From where the matter comes, from where the space comes, from where thought comes, from where the body has come, the mind has come, from where everything has come. Just one thing: consciousness. Whatever is physical, and they all come from that which is not physical. That is consciousness. Everything appears as many, different, distinct, because of consciousness taking various kinds of movement. That variety in the movement gives it varieties of forms and qualities and nature and so on. Everything is same, appearing as different. What is seed doing? You think it is becoming a tree. No. It is only doing a forward movement. It is only moving. You think it's becoming a tree. You think it's giving flowers. No. It is only moving forward and flower comes. And then fruit comes. What is fruit? Next movement of the seed. Everything is in movement. And because everything is in continuous movement, so everything is changing constantly, continuously. Otherwise, why everything need to change? Everything is changing means everything is in movement. Your body is in constant movement. It is growing and soon it will start decaying. Mind is in continuous movement. Matter is in continuous movement. Electrons are in continuous movement. Trees, birds, mountains, rivers, empty space, entire universe is in continuous movement. There are varieties of movement. What is solid forms? The wall, bricks, stones, our own body. This is our body's biological movement. Mind is non-biological movement in you. What is mind? Non-biological movement within you is mind. Within you, there are two kinds of movement. One is biological, your heartbeat moving, your breath, blood. Another kind of movement is subtler, which is psychological. Non-biological movement is mind in you, where everything comes from. Consciousness. What everything is. Consciousness. Everything is consciousness, but they appear so different because different kinds of movements, so different forms. One kind of movement of consciousness is called body. Another kind of movement is mind. Another kind of movement is sound. Another kind of movement is light. Another kind of movement is empty space. So mind is non-biological movement within us. Now, when it moves once, it is called thought. When it moves once, it's called thought. It moved once, okay? One straight line. It's called thought. If it moves and again comes back, you thought something and again you thought it, and again you thought, and again you thought. Now it has become a cycle, a circle. That is pattern. Pattern. One movement is thought. Now, if you make a circle of it, it is pattern. Now, if you moved so much, you thought something for 1 week every day. What you're doing, one kind of movement is repeating. That will become your habit. If you repeat it too much, it becomes your belief. If you repeat it even more, it becomes your identity. Identity. What is identity? Repetition of thoughts. What is thought? Movement. One movement is thought. Two movement is pattern. Three movement is belief. Three means not just three, it can be 300.
When the movement is started, the movement starting point, Consciousness is unmovable, but movement is started at one point. That particular point,
You're asking from where thought comes,
yeah, exact point.
from where everything else comes. That's from where thought comes. What is moving, first of all? Not thought. What is moving is consciousness itself, appearing as thought.
Again with one time, Guruji.
What is moving is not thought at the first place. What is moving is consciousness itself. You're labeling that movement as thought.
Okay. Yes.
The source itself is moving. Not that something from source is moving. Like the body is consciousness moving. It is the biological movement of consciousness.
Okay.
You label that movement as a body. There's no body, there's no mind, there's no matter, there's no space, there's no light, there's no tree, there's nothing. These are the names that you have given to different kinds of movement. What is body? Nothing. There's no such thing as body. In itself, it is consciousness moving in a biological structure. That entire setup you call as body. So is there body? No. Just biological movement, psychological movement. We are giving names to those movement, and we end up thinking that this is body and this is mind and this is matter. No.
Okay. I separate everything. That is the problem.
If you just understand that there's no body, no mind, no wall, no fan, no floor, no sky, no light in themselves. They exist. Walls are there. I'm sitting, you are sitting. Fan is there. But what are these things fundamentally?
Yes.
It is consciousness in
only.
different forms. There's no such thing as body fundamentally. Consciousness taking one form. To identify that form, you give a name. But that name itself is not the thing. Name is not the thing. The word body is not the body. The word mind is not the mind. And the word tree is not the tree. What is tree?
Conscious.
A new kind of movement.
But depth level consciousness. Every appearing material things.
What is material is the gross moment of consciousness. The grossest moment is called matter. It becomes subtle, it is called thought, mind. Thoughts, imagination, dreams, they are subtle moments. The grossest moment is
materialistic views.
what is made up of 5 elements.
Consciousness.
No, the grossest moment is what is made up of 5 elements. What is solid? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether or space. Whatever is made out of it is the grossest moment. After then is the subtler movements, which is sound, sight, smell, taste, touch. And then if you go deeper, you can see when the movement of consciousness becomes even subtler, it is mind. It is mind. Mind is the subtler moment of consciousness. Matter is the gross moment of consciousness. Subtler is always more powerful, strong than gross. Mind is more powerful and strong than body. This gross. From where thought comes, what is thought? There are no such thing as thoughts in themselves. What are waves? There are no waves in the ocean. Only ocean rising. Where are waves? You're calling that rise as waves.
Okay.
That movement of ocean, you can call it childish moment, excited moment. You're labeling that movement as waves. And then when they rises little higher, you label that movement as tides. What are tides? There are no tides. Still you call them tides. Not that there are tides somewhere. You are only giving a name to a new movement of the ocean. What is beach? There is no beach. It is ocean. Well, you are giving a name to a region which is attached to the land. You call that beach. And then the region after the beach is sea. What is sea? There are no seas. Just ocean. You're naming it for your conveniences. But fundamentally, there are no tides, no waves, no beaches, no seas. You're naming different moments as body, the biological moment, mind, the
movement also.
psychological movement. You're naming different kinds of movements, and then you are lost in the names. They are all just one thing moving. You getting? Is there mind?
You are asking?
Is there mind?
No.
You don't have a mind?
I am blank.
Don't be too honest.
I am honestly telling I am blank.
If you just understand this, then you will never fight with your thoughts, because there are no thoughts. Thought is a name you have given to that moment. When you see the river moving, do you think something?
I'm giving the name of river movement.
When you see the water in movement, what do you think?
Water is moving.
You're describing what you're seeing, but what do you think? Can you think anything about that movement of water?
No.
You can think something related to that in your past memory. You can write a poetry. But can you think anything about that movement? Watch it as movement of consciousness, not that a river is moving. Now what will you think? If you think river is moving, obviously you will think and write a book also. And you want to explore another river next time. I'm saying, fundamentally ask, is it a river or it is only appearing as a river? River is the movement of consciousness, and so are the rocks. And the moving water is again the movement of consciousness itself. Now look at the river not as the river. Look at it as the consciousness moving. What will you think now?
Nothing.
You think it is a river which is moving, and now you're caught in the thought. You think it is people who are talking, now you are caught in the talking. You think it is respect, honor, this and that. And you're caught in that. If you just look at everything as The moment of consciousness. When somebody appreciated you, what is this? Moment of consciousness in that person. When somebody insulted you, what is that?
Yes, moment of consciousness.
Now, if you look at them as moment of consciousness, then is it an appreciation or even an insult? Is it anything? Simply moving.
Yes.
Moving means what? It is not constant, static there. It will change. The same person is going to insult you as well.
Yes.
Again, that is moment of consciousness in the person.
Okay.
When somebody appreciates you, that is again the moment of consciousness in that person. Where is appreciation? You are leveling that whole movement as appreciation.
Okay.
When somebody insults you, that's again the moment of consciousness. Maybe against you. You're leveling that movement as insult.
Okay.
You're using the word insult and the word appreciation or honor. And you're caught in the word, lost in the word. It can be an interesting thing if you just interchange the words. It will be very funny. You'll realize that, oh God, just because of words I was half of the time stressed. If somebody insulted you, interchange the word. Got it, oh God, he appreciated me so much today. So much appreciation. See, you're smiling. Why the smile came? Because you realized, oh, half of the stress was just because of the words. Somebody appreciates you.
After.
Oh, what an insult today. What an insult.
The
Now,
feeling changing.
look deeper. It's not that the feeling is changing. When somebody appreciates you, you are over happy. If you interchange the word, what an insult today, now that will not go deep in you. You are free from that.
Oh, okay.
And somebody insults you, you say, okay, what appreciation today? Too much appreciation. Whole day I was appreciated by people today. Will it go deep in you? Will the insult go deep in you?
No.
Will that behavior go deep in you? It will not go. You are free from appreciation and insult. Why are you free? Because you realized that these are just random moments of consciousness. These are random judgments of people. They too are going to change. Tomorrow morning they're going to speak something against about you. If you look at everything as moment of consciousness, everything becomes one for you, because only one thing is moving. As everything, not in everything, remember. As everything. Consciousness is not in everything. Consciousness is as everything. It is formless and also have the ability to take any form. Watch everything as the movement of one thing. Now, what is the difference between a mango tree and a banana tree? Only surface difference. Only the variety of movement has changed. What is moving is same. What is moving is same. It's not changing. And what is the difference between the banana tree, mango tree, and the wall? And you, and the dog, and the monkey?
The movement.
Movement.
That means the movement itself is consciousness.
No. Consciousness is moving. Okay?
Okay.
That movement is like a pattern. That pattern, you give it a name. What is moving is consciousness itself. Getting it?
No.
Consciousness is moving and taking so many forms. All the forms are different movements of consciousness. Okay?
Okay.
So all the forms are nothing but movements. All the forms means what is physical. So anything which is physical is not static.
Okay.
What is physical? That which is not static is physical, which is constantly moving. And why? Because there is no such thing as physical fundamentally. There is consciousness. When it moves, then that movement is called the beginning of physicality.
Okay.
Like Shiva is silent. This is consciousness, okay? When he starts moving, dancing, creation begins. When he moves, then it will take some form. Maybe initially a basic form, and then complex form, and then more complex form, and then it becomes 1,001 things, a billion things. Getting it? Is there anything physical then, fundamentally? No. Physicality and non-physicality are two different things.
No.
No.
Same.
Physicality is the movement of non-physicality, the movement of consciousness. So body, mind, wall, matter, space, everything is nothing but different movement of consciousness. Everything is consciousness itself. Everything is consciousness itself. So fundamentally, everything is what?
Everything is one.
Is one, consciousness itself. At the depth of everything is what? Consciousness itself. Nature of everything is consciousness itself. Start seeing everything as the movement of consciousness and don't give it any name. Just a movement. Look at your body and say, this is the movement of consciousness. This is not body. When a thought comes in mind, say, this is not a thought but movement of consciousness. So what will you do then? Will you think? You will simply watch. Watching will happen without putting efforts to watch. You cannot watch thoughts. You can only watch movement. When you want to watch your thought, you are just alert. You are not aware. Every time you are watching your thought, you are alert, not aware.
Okay.
Alert means you are putting efforts and watching. This is being alert. Like a dog is standing behind your back. You're alert.
Yes.
You're overconscious.
Okay.
This is not awareness. You watching your thoughts with a lot of effort is
Alert.
alertness. What is awareness? You're first thinking that thoughts are movement, not thoughts. Now, if a thought comes, it is a movement. And the first step said that thought never comes. No thought has ever come. What to watch? I only was a fool thinking that thoughts come. At the very first step itself, if you declare that thoughts don't exist, only movements exist, which I label as thoughts. Movements passing through your memory and your senses is thought. You looked at a tree, thought came. The consciousness passing through your memory, it collected all the data about the tree last time you had seen. Now it is getting expressed, and now you're thinking, oh, this tree is beautiful. I have seen one more tree like this in that city where I had went. These are thoughts, but what are these thoughts? Consciousness moving, passing through memories. So it has these details, facts. At the very first step, if you say there are no thoughts, only movements, and this time I will not do mistake of giving them a name. They are just movements. Can you be alert? Will you be alert? Is there a need to be alert?
No need to alert.
No need to be alert. They are moving, passing by. In fact, you don't have to be even aware. Freedom from awareness. This is freedom from watching your thoughts. Till the time you're watching your thoughts, remember you're not going to be free from your thoughts. You will try to watch and your mind will go somewhere else. Again, you will try to watch. Again, your mind will go here and there. And you will realize that I'm not able to watch 24/7. Maybe I don't know how to watch. Others are able to watch. Nobody is able to watch. You're not doing any mistake. It's not that you don't know how to watch, and very soon you will learn how to watch, and then you will be able to watch. Thoughts cannot be watched 24/7. You cannot be aware like this 24/7. But if you at the first step only declare they are not thoughts itself, they are just movements. Don't give them any name, nothing, just movement, a vehicle passing by. Are you aware?
No.
Are you alert?
No.
What will you do?
Just passing.
Now give it a thought. Give it a name. Oh, my father's vehicle passing by.
Again thoughts.
Now you will be alert. The moment you give a name to movement, you will have to be alert. You will have to be aware. You are not free. Don't give it any name. Look at everything as the moment of consciousness. Without name, no name to the movements. Because once you give name, you think name is the thing. No, consciousness is the thing, not the name. You think that you actually have a body, it is actually this, it is actually a tree, it is actually this and that. It is actually an appreciation. It is actually an honor. It is actually an insult. No. these names you have given to identify different kinds of movement. Unfortunately, you are lost in them. You had given these names to identify, but now you have started thinking that the very word tree is a tree. Word tree is not a tree. Look at the tree without the word tree. Look at your body without the word body. Look at the wall without the word wall, or sun without the word sun. Look at everything without the names that you have given to them. Suddenly you will find a silence has started arising from within you. What is that silence? That is freedom. Freedom. You have understood that these are all one. It is just appearing as many. It is consciousness moving in different ways, and every time it changes its way, pattern, it takes a new form. And we give a name to that new form. What are you? Consciousness is movement. What am I? Consciousness in movement. What is everything?
Consciousness.
Consciousness in movement.